Trading got me to the Grand Canyon, but it wasn't always this easy. Jordon sent me up here, got me a way up here and a place to stay, but I had to pay for my gas and my food. Let's see how it went.
A few months ago, I was sent to Perth for a Funded Freedom episode where I was booked in this putrid hostel. Now, the game master of that episode was David.
Didn't give him any money, and I put him in the rawest room I could find. Doesn't know it yet, but we're gonna test his trading skill.
And now, it's his time. And guess who the game master is? Me. So, it's time to get out of the cities, and in Funded Freedom style, it's time to go visit the Grand Canyon. David, you're up. So, the concept here is I want David to witness one of the most beautiful natural landmarks the world has to offer, and that's the Grand Canyon. The only problem is David is 230 miles from the Grand Canyon. So I've booked him a car and I've booked him some accommodation, but given him nothing else. Oh, apart from this trade the pool account. Now David's an equity trader, so the charts might look a little bit different to what you're used to, but don't worry, he'll still run you through what he's doing. Now, I've covered the cost of the car and his accommodation, but I thought we might just prank David just a little bit to get him back for the Perth trip. You see, tomorrow morning, I'm gonna tell David that we actually haven't paid for his accommodation, and he's not gonna know until hours just before he checks out. I wanna see how David trades under pressure, like the pressure he put me under with Perth. So, without further ado, let's witness David's trip to the Grand Canyon.
All right, we are in the pre-market session right now. I'm gonna try and make $200 today. That's, I don't like to place monetary goals, but that's kind of what I'm eyeing. I'm having to play this a little bit different because I do have to pay for everything, to get me up to the Grand Canyon. So gas, food, and any other expenditures that I might incur along the way, I need to be able to cover those. So let's talk about the layout real quick. First things first, the charts, right? Typically, I might be in two positions at once. Typically, I'll have like smaller time charts here. So this is going to be like a 3-minute or a 1-minute chart. And then you can kind of see these lines here. These are just moving averages. The red and the green are moving averages. The blue is the volume weighted price. On the left-hand side, we have the Super DOM, but the Super DOM is basically like a market depth tool, but really all I look at this for is I have my execution buttons here. That way, if I'm not mouse trading, right, then I can use these buttons to execute on what I'm currently in here on the chart. In the things that I typically like to look at, I expect that these things will continue to kind of tighten up, and we'll be somewhere, in the range that we're at now, even a little tighter. Palantir, for example, is a stock that trades a lot. A lot of people like to trade it, and so you'll see volume in that stock. And then below that is what is called the time and sales, and basically all this means is what's actually being executed in the market right now, the share size, the price of the stock, where the print is coming from, like the gateway, and then you've got the symbol there. Yeah, so you see here that generally leading lower, right? You see the lower prints down here are in the 70s and 80s, and then you're seeing this in the 50s and 60s. So you can generally see that the price is generally going down. When volume comes into a stock, and it could be extraordinary volume that isn't normal, you'll see those things kind of accelerate, keep me engaged as to why something may be doing something, so that I know what kind of catalyst it is. Especially in the day of Twitter, you kind of run into catalysts that aren't necessarily true catalysts. The last object, the watch list, and the watch list is simply, these are things that I've traded in the past, or that I like to trade, or things that I'm paying attention to. And then the first thing I do is I sort it by the percentage gain and loss, right? Maybe you're looking, what I'm noticing about the, challenging, and I'll make sure that I try to get the money for the gas. I just don't know how well I'm going to eat if I don't trade well. So, but trading well and getting what you want out of it is two different things. So I just want to make sure that I execute right. And if I don't get, the full allotment, that's fine. As long as I got that gas money to get up there, we're going to be okay. But I'm going to get off here and, come up with my trading plan. Yeah, once we get to trade, I'll get back with you. And then I'm waiting to see on Palantir. I kind of like the short in Palantir. So retesting these lows here. If we close below those lows, then from yesterday, then I will look to see if we can't start to take that short. But again, I don't really have a short indication. We are above VWAP. We did pop up above that, and that's to be expected. We sold off quite a bit in the pre-market, so I do expect this kind of pop to kind of come into the stock. So we'll see kind of what happens. Just try again to be patient. No reason to get into anything at the moment right now, but I haven't gotten in anything because nothing's really popped up to levels that I really like. And again, we are still kind of uptrending on this Palantir pattern. Again, 177.20 is the high of the day, and then the low of the days is 175.72. So I could be induced into a smaller position short on this should we kind of, you know, break below this opening price. It is these more recent pre-market highs. Rather get it up here and see a failure a little bit higher. So we'll wait to see kind of what happens. I'm gonna look to see if I can't get involved in this breakdown. Should we continue to test a little bit lower, and it just looks like it just really wants to, yeah, we're gonna get into this break. Okay, see if we can't get filled a little bit higher. Okay, and then we'll look to see here, again, we're testing the lows. It's not necessarily where I want to be, yeah, this could be a pretty quick trade and a pretty quick loss. All right, let's talk about this Palantir short. I just got into it. Took half the size that I originally took on the first position, and then look to get filled on the rest, and then get out if we break the high of the day is kind of the plan. So yeah, I am about to get stopped out on the remainder of my Palantir, but no problem. We're only stopped out for $3.35. I managed to scalp out the vast majority of it into those prices. So this could be a bull flag that can continue to run, but if not, I'll look to try and get something out near 180.50 or so, maybe slightly above that. I'll get out of a portion of the position, and then down here towards the again towards this bottom of the range, that I'll look to get out some more there if we get all of that retracement. Last update, I got to get ready to hit the road to go over to the rental car facility and pick up the car, but I've been trading all morning. I haven't really entered any new positions. As you can tell from the charts, we are still in this Tesla trade. Again, really light shares. And again, when you're not reading the market correctly, sometimes it just pays to just size down. Tesla could retest these lows. This has been weaker of the stocks that move with the market. Tesla, you can see the price action on here. It hasn't really bid up in a huge way compared to the to that initial sell-off. So we'll see if we retest these lows. We're closer to stopping out than this final take profit. But again, this if we retest down here, or we get to the end of the day and the position closes at 350 and we're near these lows, that'll be a profitable trade. So yeah, we're gonna keep this trade open, and we'll continue from there and see what happens on our way up to the Grand Canyon. All right, just picked up the rental car. We got 2 hours till our first stop. We're headed up towards the Grand Canyon, but we're gonna make a little bit of a detour. Got some cool stuff to show you, and I'll check in with you along the way. We still have that Tesla position open, so let's see what happens there. But at the end of the day, you know, being able to go up to the Grand Canyon, it's gonna be a lot of fun, and we'll check out some cool sights together. About a 3 to 4 hour trip from Phoenix to the Grand Canyon. So I always think that you should stop in Sedona and check out the sights on your way up to the Grand Canyon. I think it's a good place to take a pit stop and see some really nice views. Checking in with you here in Sedona, checking out these beautiful views. This terrain is just like otherworldly. I haven't checked on the Tesla position yet. I don't know what we got going on there, but up at our next stop, we'll go ahead and check in on that. All
right, we're checking out the chapel, the Holy Cross, real quick. This is going to be our last stop in Sedona. Yeah, let's go check this place out. Well, this journey to the Grand Canyon has been cool so far. Now I'm stuck in a torrential downpour. Haven't even made it there. We're still 70 miles away. Lightning striking all over the place. And yeah, lane closures and construction. So I'm hoping to get there today. I don't know. It is pretty gnarly out. It's raining really, really hard. So I just wanted to give you guys that update. It's taken me quite a bit. Keep trucking along. Hopefully this weather's really just here and not up there at the Grand Canyon. See you there. All right, folks, check in on that last Tesla trade. Left that thing running on the way up here. It's well past the market close. So we'll go ahead and see how we got on with that one if we're gonna get some breakfast tomorrow. All right, yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, looks like that one hit our TP. Let's see how much we got out of that. So we're at a plus of $35.20 on the day. Obviously, wish we could do better, but yeah, we got filled for $24 on that one. So that's gonna cover our breakfast tomorrow. So we got 35 bucks on the account. Well, all in all, I could say this is really, really cool. Even with the bad weather, we got the sun kind of peeking out over the other side there. And so now we're starting to get a little bit of light into the canyons, kind of peeking down there. And honestly, regardless of the coloration, the canyon always looks good.
This is the Yavapai Geology Museum. It has a cool topographic relief map and these huge panel windows to check out the canyon, especially nice when it's raining out. It does have a bookstore and stuff inside of it too, but cool spot to hang out at and kind of learn a bit more about the geology of the canyon.
Well, I'm in my room for the night. Yeah, low-key feel really hungry and it's been a really, really long day. It's almost 7 p.m. local, but I've been up since 4:30 this morning. So a longer day than usual, that's for sure. But I'm hungry now. I have 35 bucks. Haven't bought anything yet. Managed to just kind of struggle bust through it. But I'm gonna have to get something to eat. So if I'm accounting $20 for breakfast, then I think I got room to pick up something simple to eat, something quick probably. I saw Wendy's down the road, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to Wendy's. Quick walk to Wendy's, get something to eat. It wasn't that far if I do recall, so yeah, I just figured I'd rather walk. Although I've been walking all day. It is nighttime now, so forget the name of this town. I can't pronounce it properly, more than likely. I feel safe, quaint little town, full of tourists, walking past all these restaurants that I can't eat at because we kind of had the wrong direction in the markets, but green nonetheless, and I do get to eat. So living on a budget, that's okay. Steakhouse over there I can't eat at. You got breakfast, lunch, and dinner there. That place actually smells pretty good. All right, we're walking into Wendy's. Go ahead and grab some food. It's pretty busy actually, so let me get in here and grab something. Hi there. Could I do a biggie bag with a bacon double stack and honey mustard for the nuggets? For here?
Can I get a name for the order?
David, 887. Got it. All right, thank you.
You're welcome. You have a good one.
You too. There's my cheap dinner. Double cheeseburger, 4 nuggets, small fry, small drink, well, honey mustard sauce, $8.87. Well worth it. I'm starving. Back at the room, had a nice, lovely meal. You know, got it done for under $9. Not the healthiest, not the fanciest, but at the same time, we did end the day green, slightly green. And let's see if we can do better tomorrow at going with the flow of the market. And yeah, so anyways, taking a look at the Palantir, played with this one today, won one, lost one. I'll like it if it sells off a little bit more in the pre-market, and then see if we can't get a rip off the open and try to short that pop in and around that 180. So those are the things that I'm looking for tomorrow morning in the trading session. Let's see if those things kind of come to fruition. And again, I don't want to change anything. I want to be patient. I want to execute the trade, and then, you know, be confident enough to, you know, either A, it works, or B, it doesn't work, and stop out when you need to stop out so you can live to trade something else. And, you know, like I said this morning, yeah, that's basically what I'm looking for. So, yeah. But I got a message from Jordon. Hi, David. I hope you're enjoying your trip. It looks fantastic. I haven't been completely honest with you. I didn't have the heart to put you in a hospital, so I booked you somewhere nice. Unfortunately,